This is It Was a Thing on TV.
Spoiler number one is Dr. Lee frowns. It stinks.
What is going on? What is going on?
Episode 132, submission number 575, the Super Bowl XXIII halftime show, Bebop Bamboozled in 3D. The Super Bowl XXIII halftime show, Bebop Bamboozled in 3D, aired as part of Super Bowl XXIII on NBC on January 22nd, 1989.
NFL and Magicom Entertainment present a Super Bowl halftime extravaganza.
Could this be magic?
Starring at Prince of Prestidigitation, Elvis Presto.
He's gonna
It's Bebop Bamboozled.
this magic moment. Shooby-dooby, got the music, just the thing to introduce you to the king. Hocus pocus, here's our guest, so shout it out. Elvis Presto!
The Super Bowl halftime show. Long storied history, from its humble beginnings as a bunch of local collegiate marching bands and one big name instrumentalist, to Katy Perry riding a rainbow past Voltron.
And Left Shark.
And Left Shark.
Can't forget about Left Shark.
We cannot. Left Shark is yes, Greg. Left
should be-
Shark is yes.
Left Shark should be on every Super Bowl halftime show.
I know. Left Shark, Lady Gaga, and Shakira ululating. That's the ultimate halftime show. But maybe one of the strangest, because the halftime show wasn't always as large as it was. It was usually humble. And, whenever somebody big was going to produce a halftime show, it was an event. We all remember, I believe it was Super Bowl X, part of the American Bicentennial. The NFL got Disney to produce it. That was an event. And then during the 80s, you had the advent of Up With People.
Oh, yeah. And by the way, one of the Up With People halftime shows is going to be a future installment.
Maybe for next year's.
Oh, yeah. We'll definitely cover the Super Bowl XX halftime show next year. That is terrible.
That was.
Oh, yeah. I thought maybe that was what we were going to do this year. But, yeah, the Super Bowl XX halftime show, yes, that's definitely sometime in the future for future commemorations of the game that's happening on Sunday.
Yeah, it was so bad Pete Rozelle never brought Up With People back again.
Oh, God, that's horrible. So, without Up With People, we needed an event. We needed something big. We needed, because, I don't know if you know this, but I believe this was around the time that the Super Bowl got trolled. Remember when the halftime show was just this boring little thing?
Oh, yeah.
Fox, which wasn't a full-fledged network yet, got an idea to broadcast a live episode. Now, this might have been a year after. But
No, this was 92, because this was the Washington Buffalo Super Bowl. I remember this vividly.
But obviously, that would be sort of a turning point to when the NFL decided to go hard on the halftime show. Okay. Fox aired a live episode of In Living Color, which was a really big show, really good show back then. I grew up on In Living Color.
Oh, yeah. My favorite part of that was Men on Football.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah.
The genius of David Allen Greer. And everybody on that cast was a frickin' genius.
I think that deserves 2 snaps and a little circle round.
Yeah.
There we go.
But, yeah, In Living Color in 1992 was probably at its absolute peak.
Yes.
Was Jamie Foxx in the cast yet of In Living Color in '92?
No, Jamie Foxx didn't join the Living Color until that fall.
Okay.
So you had Fox trolling the halftime show, and the NFL decided then and there that they were going to make every halftime show an event from then on. So obviously, you do not have what we're about to talk about, and that is, without a doubt, I'm not going to say it's the worst halftime show, but it's definitely one of the strangest.
Oh, it's definitely one of the strangest.
Yes. We have, remember this name, because this name is going to come up a lot in the course of this episode. Dan Witkowski.
Who's that be?
Dan Witkowski, I'm glad you asked, is a magician and a Milwaukee-based producer who had an idea for the 1989 Super Bowl, which would have been awarded to Miami about three or so years ago.
Yeah, Joe Robbie Stadium.
Mm-hmm. It was the first Super Bowl in Joe Robbie Stadium.
Now Hard Rock Stadium.
Yes.
And a gajillion other name changes since then, too.
Yeah. I'm old enough to remember it as Pro Player Stadium.
Remember when it was Land Shark Stadium?
Yeah, I didn't get that.
Yeah, the Dolphins playing in a stadium called Land Shark. Makes no sense.
No.
Candy Graham.
Thanks, Chevy.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so in 1989, Dan Witkowski won the bid from the NFL to create a halftime show. But it wasn't going to be just a couple of marching bands and somebody along the lines of Herb Alpert and Tijuana Brass. And for certain, it wasn't going to be Up With People because, again, we'll talk about this down the line, but it was that Super Bowl XX was that bad.
Yeah, Pete Rozelle was like, never again. I'm never inviting Up With People back again.
Okay. Dan Witkowski got the bid and decided to go hard. Because Pete Rozelle was not in favor of using celebrities or Up With People. They decided, you know what? Let's do something fun and let's do something silly. So, we have 1950s pastiche, a lot of motorcycles, a lot of jukeboxes, and in the middle of all of this, the one, the only, no, seriously, it's the one and only, Elvis Presto.
Who?
Not Elvis Presley?
No, Elvis Presley.
He would have been dead for 12 years at that point.
Yeah, cyborg technology had not yet perfected in 1989.
Well, hold on, Chico. Why didn't the NFL call the Elvis hotline? Because then they'd know if Elvis is alive or not.
Your guess is as good as mine. I don't get paid by the NFL to have these big ideas, okay? But Dan Witkowski was. And he wanted to blend 50s music, magic, and dance.
Okay.
And as the ringleader, he got Elvis Presto, who, interestingly enough, did not sing any Elvis songs. Actually, he didn't sing at all, but that's neither here nor there. Yes, it was all backing track.
Oh, that makes sense.
So, we have Elvis Presto, and you asked me who Elvis Presto was.
Yeah, who is Elvis Presto?
Well, Elvis Presto is the master of prestidigitation, who is basically played by a backup dancer on Solid Gold by the name of Alex Cole. He would be one of the dancers for, I guess it would be the final season of Solid Gold, if I'm not mistaken. So, Elvis Presto, 2,000 dancers, and a bunch of motorcycles and pyrotechnics and dancing and 50s sock hop classics, but strangely, none of them by Elvis. But it needed something more.
Yeah, they need something to sell this to people.
They needed something to sell this to people because everybody could do Elvis. Everybody could do 50s. Everybody could do pyrotechnics. No, seriously.
Oh yeah, you could do it in your own home, but you need something to have stand out to the people watching the big game on TV.
Enter Coca-Cola, who had an idea. They teamed up with a company to offer this. Are you ready for this?
Yeah.
Are you sitting down? Are you ready for this?
Yeah, I'm ready for this.
This was going to be the first ever event to be broadcast in 3D.
Whoa! 3D?
Yes, the first ever television broadcast in 3D.
The first ever? This is the first ever television broadcast in 3D.
Yes.
Oh my God.
So we have Dan Witkowski presents Bebop Bamboozled with Elvis Presto, a magical musical halftime extravaganza in 3D.
Oh my goodness. Okay, so you have an unbelievable gimmick. This is the first ever television broadcast in 3D.
Yes.
And it's in the Super Bowl halftime show. So obviously Diet Coke, they were giving out 3D glasses all over the place in the supermarkets. They were probably like right next to the giant display for Bud Bowl 1. So it's like you get your Diet Coke, get your Budweiser, your Bud Light. You're all set to watch Joe Montana and Boomer Esiason battle it out in Super Bowl XXIII.
Provided, Greg, that you were one of the 26 million people who were able to pick up glasses.
Yes, because not everyone would have the glasses. I'm sure a lot of people definitely got the glasses.
I think we had the glasses even.
Oh, really?
I think. Because I remember that Super Bowl, and I remember the game more than anything else, because if you haven't seen Super Bowl 23, that was one of the best games ever.
Yeah, we mentioned it last year in the Bud Bowl episode. It's the famous game where Joe Montana is leading the last drive, and he spots John Candy in the stands eating popcorn, and the 49ers go on to win as Montana throws the pass to John Taylor.
Yeah. So, yeah. 3D, thanks to new optics, and about 25, 26 million pairs of glasses. But here's the thing. It wouldn't be like your split red, split blue sort of a situation that you'd have in the movies back in the day. In fact, Bob Costas has a really good explanation for this. Something called the Pulfric effect. And, to put a long story short, it's basically the Nintendo 3DS without the little slide thingy.
Oh, okay.
Gotcha.
But Bob Costas has a really good explanation, which we are going to put in post right here.
If you've got the special 3D glasses, now's the time to put them on. Just in case you can't figure it out, the dark lens goes over your right eye. And obviously, after the show is over, you'll probably want to keep wearing these for cosmetic purposes. If you don't have the glasses, the picture on your screen will be as clear as ever.
So everybody's glasses are on?
Yeah.
And it's time to, Bob, you want to take this one?
Yeah.
All right. Now, before we go any further, I'd just like to say publicly, this is the single proudest moment of my life. Okay, it's showtime. We're going to throw out a magic potion, a magic word or two, and see what happens. Abracadabra. Hocus pocus. Albert Icky Woods?
Folks, for those of you who don't know, Albert Icky Woods was like the William Refrigerator Perry of 1988.
Oh, God. Albert Icky Woods. Everybody knew who Icky Woods was. Even people who didn't necessarily follow football knew who Icky Woods was.
Yeah, everyone was doing the Icky Shuffle back in 1989.
The be-all, end-all of end zone celebrations.
All right, Sherbatsky, new challenge. And this one's big, but so is the cash reward. For $1,000, you heard me, All you have to do is get up there on the news and do one of these.
What the hell is that?
Icky Shuffle. And as you do it, you say this. Albert Icky Woods, the Bengals were fools to cut you in '91. Your 1,525 rushing yards and your 27 touchdowns will not be forgotten. So Coach Dave Shula, screw you and your crappy steakhouse.
No one has ever come close.
No.
Everybody keeps trying, but no one ever comes close.
No, not nowadays. Nowadays, everybody wants to go to that Showtime camera or whatever they call it.
That is like,
Yeah, they're just mugging for that, and they're trying these celebrations, taking group pictures and doing like a 20-yard dash and whatnot. No, nothing compares to the Icky Shuffle.
Yeah,
and if I had two good legs, I'd be doing it right now.
yeah. And you know what? The Icky Shuffle is a topic for its own episode if it was a thing.
I'll say this. End Zone Celebrations, in my opinion, peaked with Joe Horn in the cell phone.
Yes, that's the right answer. Yes.
That was a great moment. Joe Horn lifting up the piece in the end zone and pulling out the flip phone.
Yeah, even though he got fined out the wazoo for it.
Oh, he got fined out the wazoo, but he earned a place
Earned
in history.
it.
He did.
He did, yes.
Because we all still remember Joe Horn.
Oh, totally. Okay, so because this is a podcast and you can't see it, so it's up to the three of us to paint you a mental picture of what's going on. You have all of these graphics, records flying, stabs of music. It's very Saved by the Bellish, only it's in 3D. It's coming at you in 3D.
And the girls are throwing the records at the screen.
And
Elvis Presto isn't trash. Oh, I'm sorry.
So Elvis Presto, his first illusion coming out of a small jukebox. And from there, he launches into... Well, I'll let Elvis explain it.
I promise you're gonna find this card trick's gonna blow your mind. But first you have to pick a card. Come on and concentrate real hard.
Concentrate real hard.
You pick your card by clapping hands, so everybody in the stand, let's hear it for your card, because your choice depends on your applause.
You're gonna pick a card with applause. You're gonna pick a card with applause.
Which card it's gonna be depends on just how loud you clap, my friend. Card 1, 2, 3, 4. Now clap for the card that you adore. Jack of clubs, three of diamonds, king of hearts, two of spades.
So, Chico, they're doing a card trick?
Yeah, you have these graphics and this technology, and you're doing it for a really large card trick.
Yeah. Tell you what, it's not as impressive as Jimmy Woo finally figuring out the card trick in episode 4 of WandaVision.
Dude, I haven't seen it yet! Shut up!
Well, it's a small detail, but he finally figured it out from Ant-Man and the Wasp.
Okay.
Thank you, Scott Lang.
Okay, so, you're not picking from 52 living playing cards.
It's the Las Vegas Gambit Show. I think it would be more better if we had Harv Man for this.
Yeah, but we don't. We have Elvis Presto.
No.
And we don't have 52 living playing cards. We have 4 large playing cards. And I don't know the specifics behind the trick, but apparently we're supposed to concentrate at home, but the audience picks their card through their applause.
Yeah, they pick the card through their applause. I bet it's rigged.
And I still don't know how it happened, but they picked the card that Elvis Presley drew. Well, actually, it wasn't one of the 52 living playing cards on the field. The card that they chose was under their seat cushion.
Yeah, this customary seat cushion that they gave out before the game to all the fans.
Oh, please. You know they probably put the same card underneath all of them. It's some sort of
yeah,
like
they
that.
did.
But no, I would love to be somebody at that Super Bowl, and they have their seat cushion. They're like, you know what? I don't want the person next to me stealing the seat cushion, so I'm going to take it with me when I go to the bathroom to get a bite to eat. And they look underneath. What the hell is this 3 of spades doing here? Or something like that.
Or something like that. And then it goes into a combination of an elaborate dance number with quick change clothing on all 2,000 dancers. Now, again, if you've seen season 1 of America's Got Talent, you know what quick change clothing entails. So I'm not going to go into too fine a point here. So in between all of that, we have more illusions, like escaping from an exploding jukebox, and then sawing a woman in half. I think.
What?
They do a lot of quick cuts, which is just weird. It's like there was just so much stuff going on, you know.
Now, maybe I missed it, but I didn't catch the person being sawed in half. What I remember is the model going in that device and turning and.
Oh, that's okay. That's what it was.
Yeah.
Yeah. So there was that, and then there was a line of models who were balancing on a single pole, which is a classic trick, and everything else was just built with dancers. Dancers dancing.
Yeah.
If I'm getting a pole and I'm getting dancers, I don't want those types of dancers. I'm sorry.
It's South Florida. What do you want? Huh? South Florida? Okay. And it all culminates into escaping the exploding jukebox in the middle, which he does on a Harley Davidson motorcycle, which and that's pretty much the gist of it, isn't it?
Yeah, it is.
Yeah. Coca-Cola had a lot of money to burn, so they sponsored the glasses. And they're thinking to themselves, okay, we don't care how silly this show is. We just want to sell Coke. And apparently, that over the next year, they outsold Pepsi. So.
Oh yeah, it was the midst of the cola wars.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and we should mention before the halftime show, there was a Diet Coke commercial, supposedly in 3D too, so you got to wear your glasses for that, which basically dealt with a Diet Coke vending machine which got away from its 2 handlers, the people that were moving it. Well, they're movers. Let's just call them movers, not necessarily handlers. But they lose control of it, and it's in San Francisco, so it's going down the hill, and you see trolley cars, and you see a person working in a manhole, and he puts his head up, and he sees the vending machine coming, and he ducks down, and actually it looked like the machine kind of sort of veered out of the way of him. But yeah, it ends with like at a dockside, and there's a Pepsi machine which happens to be there, and it sort of like knocks the Pepsi machine into whatever water or down a hill off the screen, showing that the new champ of the soda wars, cola wars, whatever you want to call it, is Diet Coke. Not in this household. I do not like Diet Coke, so you lose those wars there.
Another interesting thing about the halftime show, we've all watched it, and it's painfully obvious. I mean, painfully obvious. This was all backing track.
Oh yeah, it definitely is.
Yeah, because Elvis Presto was played by Alex Cole, who aside from being a solid gold dancer, also played Elvis on Broadway.
Whoa.
Yeah. Now, the person who actually performed the voice of Elvis Presto was a man by the name of Jody LaMedico. And somebody told him that he sounded like Elvis, so he was given an opportunity to perform as Elvis Presto. He and Dan Witkowski went to the Elvis estate, and a vocal contractor there did a pretty good Elvis. So he wanted to be his own person. He didn't want to be Elvis. But this was the Super Bowl. If somebody tells you to perform for the Super Bowl, you just say 3 questions. When, where, and how much. Right?
Yeah, you got to do that.
So Jody LaMedico went in and sang a 7 minutes medley of big 50 songs. We're talking Devil in a Blue Dress, Rock This Town, Stray Cats, which was basically the 50s made form in the 80s. And they liked him so much, they wanted him to come to Florida and do the act for $1,500. But he couldn't.
For $1,500?
For $1,500. Hey, this was 1989 money.
Yeah, but I mean, compared to nowadays, that's amazing. I mean, even in $1989, $1,500, that's not that much. I mean, I know he wasn't a big star or anything, but dang.
Yeah, well, he couldn't do it on account of, are you ready for this? He was shooting a commercial in Japan.
Ooh.
Oh, that's a problem.
Yeah. So Alex Cole was brought in. He had 10 days to learn the entire routine with hollowed out jukeboxes, the cards, and an electric guitar that materialized out of thin air. And NBC and Witkowski, meanwhile, were trying to figure out how you going to do 3D without having the 3D effect. They reblocked the entire production for 3D, I'm guessing. They basically set up all the shots and everything to work with the glasses. Of course, if you didn't have glasses, you wouldn't notice a thing.
You know, I saw this on YouTube, and I obviously don't have the glasses on, or wasn't wearing the glasses at the time, and I could see the 3D sort of as one of you mentioned earlier. It was sort of the same type of 3D effect you get playing the 3DS, like the 2 different layers. You have like a foreground image and a background image, and you can clearly separate the 2.
Yeah,
that's what I got.
Foreground image was obviously all of the things, and the background image was basically this rotating piece of computer animation, which for 1989 was pretty good looking, was pretty solid.
Yeah, I'd agree.
So, but Dan Witkowski was looking back on all of this, and he did an interview with Mental Floss, and he basically said this. We thought some of the effects where girls would appear to float outside the image of your TV set and some other levitating effects, but with the 3D process, things had to be in constant motion left to right to separate the field of vision for the effect to work. In many ways, the 3D thought with the way to present magic was to keep a continuous camera on something so you're not cutting away. The problem, though, is everything was cutting away to something else. It was a very... You guys saw it. It was a very busy show. And so we began the Super Bowl halftime show as an event era. Coke got increased sales, and, well, I don't know what happened to Elvis Presto, but...
Oh, you want to know what happened to Elvis Presto?
You know what happened to Elvis Presto?
Oh, yes, because there's an NFL Films video that's on their YouTube channel about what happened to Elvis Presto.
So that's how they made the card appear. The card wasn't on the seat. The card was on the field.
Yeah, we just finished watching the NFL Films video, by the way, on the Super Bowl 23 halftime show that's on the NFL Films YouTube channel. So we just figured out how they made the card appear on the field.
But more importantly than that, we figured out what happened to Elvis Presto.
Well, Chico, tell us, what happened to Elvis Presto?
Elvis Presto was originally, he was originally cast by somebody else, and, well, when Japan calls, you have to answer. So in comes Alex Cole, and he is now a yoga teacher.
Oh.
And you know what? God bless him.
Yeah. Do you think he tells people at the yoga class, I was in the Super Bowl 23 halftime show?
I don't think he likes to admit that,
but no one would believe it. You know what? I'll say this. I bet if my dad, I don't know if my dad was watching, because, as I said, my dad, as you know, as I've established on this podcast, he doesn't care for sports. He only watches for the halftime show. So I'm wondering what he probably thought this halftime show was terrible. I bet you $1 million he thought this halftime show sucked. He thought probably card tricks? Nobody wants to see card tricks.
No. But they saw card tricks, among other things.
He did see card tricks. And everyone held up their card that was flipped on their GTE seat cushions.
Oh, yeah.
What a blast from the past. GTE.
Oh, God. Well, I don't have a GTE seat cushion, but I did find something.
Oh, what? What'd you find?
Mike?
Yeah, play the music.
No. I'm not falling for that trap. No.
Play the music!
Play the music, Mike!
Okay.
It's time for eBay Price is Right, ladies and gentlemen. And this is what you're bidding on.
Oh!
Ladies and gentlemen, the Divas of Elvis Presto.
Oh!
Yes, it is the Divas from Elvis Presto.
Yeah, I got that part. I'm wondering what it is.
It's a picture. It's a picture.
It's a picture of the Divas of Elvis Presto.
Yeah. It has, all of the, now this is a framed Super Bowl Divas painting signed by the artist, Paul Davis. Somebody remembered the magic that was the Super Bowl 23 halftime show.
That they made a painting
of it!
They made a painting of the Divas.
It's incredible!
That is the most amazing thing I've ever seen.
Okay. All right, and what? And now this is the starting bid. Yeah, we don't need dollars or cents.
We're just bidding straight up dollars on the starting bid.
Yes.
Okay.
Greg?
Okay. This has got to be worth a lot of money. This has got to be worth a lot of money to somebody.
Okay.
I'm going to go $149.
Mike?
Well, first off, I'm just going to say this. I'm going after this guy with the chancla. Seriously? Oh, my gosh. Who the hell? Greg, I've lost my reason for living. $1. Enjoy the victory. $1.
I'm telling you, this should be in a museum. This should be in an art museum.
Okay.
I'm only bidding $1 because I can't bid a penny. I would not pay more than a penny for that. I wouldn't even pay a penny.
All right, the actual price that they're offering on eBay. Oh, Mike, you should have went for it. It was $399.
Yes!
No.
Yeah!
No, seriously.
I wait you. I knew
Who
this
the
was
heck would
money.
spend that type of money on that crap? No, I'd rather buy the friggin' wrapper to the Three Stooges cards from last week.
I will buy it. I will buy it, and we will put it in our museum. It'll be front and center in the museum. It'll be right by the Superman balloon peeking his head out in the corner.
You guys finish the show. I'm not partaking in this crap anymore. No. No.
Well, screw Mike.
But we're leaving.
I beat him. At eBay Price is Right, and he doesn't know the true value of art, Chico. He does not know the true value of art.
It's been up to $3.99, and it's been like that for 2 days now. And I'm thinking to myself, you know what? I am a patron of the. You know me. I am a patron of the arts, right?
Yeah.
And that's all I will say.
Yeah.
Well, that's not all I will say, because I still have to say, Super Bowl XXIII halftime show, Bebop Bamboozled in 3D. It was a thing on TV.
It was. It was definitely a thing on TV. And something.
Did I really hear Chico say that he'd consider that a piece of art?
Yes.
No, I did not. I did not say that.
I'm very open when using the word art.
I said
that's not art.
All I can say, all I said was,
it is art.
I am a patron of. I am the patron of the arts, and I will leave it at that.
It is fine art, Mike. You don't know true art.
Okay. Well, before Greg goes on his high horse, it would behoove us to plug that we do not have our own Coca-Cola 3D glasses. If you did have your own Coca-Cola 3D glasses, you could use them 2 years later to watch future entry Yo Yogi. Just putting that out there. But we don't have those glasses, but we do have a nice site. It was a thing on TV.com. There you can find all of our episodes, all of our mini-sodes, all of our social media feeds, and of course, more about the show, more about us, and yeah. And don't forget, we are available at itwasathingontv.com and wherever fine podcasts can be streamed. Remember to like, comment, and subscribe. And if you're on YouTube, don't forget to smack my bell for updates on future entries.
Smack that bell, smack that bell, smack that bell.
Coming up a little later this week, it was one of the greatest moments in the Super Bowl era. And you know what they say about those kind of moments? Familiarity breeds parody?
I guess?
Possibly?
Maybe?
Perhaps? Well, we're not here to feathers ruffle. And you'll find out what that means on our next thing on TV. Thanks for listening. See you guys soon.
Wow!
$350?
$399.
Oh, that's more than. Oh no! Oh gosh. Boy, what should I do? Spend half of my mortgage money towards my mortgage, or buy that stupid picture? Oh my god!
I'll go off the board and say PlayStation 5.